Is all debt bad? Or is there such a thing as good debt? Most people hear the word debt and immediately think of stress, sleepless nights, and financial disaster. But here's the thing, not all debt is created equal. Some debt can actually help you build wealth, while other debt can hold you back for years. In today's video, we're breaking down the difference between good debt and bad debt, and why it matters to your financial future. If you've ever wondered whether that student loan or credit card bill is hurting or helping, keep watching. Before we get into the good versus bad debt debate, let's first understand what debt really is. Debt is simply borrowing money with the promise to pay it back, usually with interest. The key is how that borrowed money is used. Some types of debt can lead to opportunities for financial growth, while others can drain your resources. Good debt is debt that helps you increase your net worth or generate long-term income. It's an investment in your future that should ideally give you a return greater than the cost of borrowing. Here are a few examples of good debt. 1. Student loans. Education is one of the most common reasons people take on debt. And when it's done wisely, student loans can be a good form of debt because they're an investment in your future earning potential. If getting that degree opens the door to a higher paying job or a lifelong career, the debt may be worth it. Pro tip: make sure you research your field of study and the job market before taking on large student loans. A $100,000 debt for a career that pays $30,000 a year might not be the best financial move. 2. Real estate, mortgage loans. Buying a home can be another example of good debt, especially when real estate values rise over time. A mortgage allows you to own an asset that can appreciate, potentially growing your wealth. Pro tip: the key here is buying within your means. Don't take on a mortgage that stretches your budget thin or for a home you can't afford to maintain. 3. Business loans. Borrowing money to start or grow a business can also be good debt. If the loan helps you build a successful income-generating company, it could be one of the best investments you'll ever make. Pro tip: only take on a business loan if you have a solid business plan and understand the risks. A failed business could turn good debt into bad debt quickly. Now let's talk about bad debt, the kind that drains your wealth instead of helping you build it. Bad debt typically comes with high interest rates and is used to purchase things that lose value over time. 1. Credit card debt. This is the classic example of bad debt. Credit cards can have interest rates as high as 25% or more, and using them for everyday purchases that don't appreciate, like clothes, electronics, or vacations, can lead to a cycle of debt that's hard to escape. Pro tip: if you're carrying a credit card balance, focus on paying it down as quickly as possible. High interest debt can keep you from building wealth and achieving financial freedom. 2. Car loans. While a car might be necessary for daily life, it's almost always a depreciating asset, meaning it loses value the minute you drive it off the lot. Financing a brand new, expensive car with a loan can be considered bad debt, especially if you're stretching your budget to afford it. Pro tip: if you need to take out a car loan, buy a reliable used car that you can pay off quickly. Avoid spending more than you can afford, just for the sake of driving a flashy vehicle. 3. Personal loans for consumer spending. Taking out a loan for a vacation, luxury items, or non-essential purchases can be a red flag. Personal loans used for discretionary spending are often bad debt because the purchases don't increase in value or provide long-term benefits. Pro tip: if you're considering a personal loan for non-essential purchases, pause and reassess. Is it worth the financial strain of debt, or could you save up for it instead? So, how can you tell if a debt is good or bad? Here are a few quick questions to ask yourself before borrowing money. 1. Will this debt help me make more money in the future? If the answer is yes, like with education or a business loan, it may be good debt. 2. Is this purchase an investment that will increase in value over time? A house can appreciate, but a vacation or new clothes won't. 3. What's the interest rate? Higher interest rates, like those on credit cards, make it harder to get ahead. Aim for low-interest debt that you can pay off comfortably. Here's the thing. Even good debt is still debt. It's not free money, and it needs to be managed wisely. Here are a few tips for managing both good and bad debt. Good debt. Pay it off as quickly as possible to reduce the interest burden. Make sure the return on your investment is worth the debt you're taking on. Don't take on more debt than necessary, even if it's for a good cause. Bad debt. Prioritize paying off high-interest debt first, like credit cards. Avoid adding more bad debt to your financial picture. Consider debt consolidation or refinancing to lower interest rates and pay off balances faster. Pro tip. A great way to manage debt is to follow the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. This ensures you're making progress without feeling overwhelmed. To recap, 1. Good debt helps you build wealth. Think student loans, mortgages, and business loans. 2. Bad debt drains your wealth, like credit cards, car loans, and personal loans for non-essentials. 3. Always assess the long-term impact of any debt before you take it on. By understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt, you can make smarter decisions that will set you up for long-term financial success. If this video helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe for more personal finance tips from Cashflow Compass, and share this video with someone who could use a little debt advice.